I'm Mark. This is my March review for Aries and Aries rising. We have a fantastic month for you this month, Aries, because we start off with Mars and Venus, who were conjunct, if you remember last month. Carry on this conjunction for the first 2 weeks of March, but there's added intensity now because they both conjunct Pluto, make a triple conjunction with Pluto. So this has passion, desire, a burst of ego energy. And this is happening in your 10th house of career. So this is a time to really achieve, to do what it is you want to do. Also, it's good for relationships because Venus is there. Venus wants and demands intensity within your relationships. A mediocre relationship is not going to cut the mustard, so to speak. So it's intensity that you're after. And also on the 1st we have a sextile between the Sun and Uranus. So the Sun is in your 12th house now. So this is a time when you have unconscious desires coming through, and there'll be an unconscious urge to be a bit rebellious, to try something new, or to meet someone new, and to go for something completely different. There's definitely a lot of intensity around the start of this month for you, Aries. On the 2nd we have a new moon, so there's an awful lot going on. The new moon is in Pisces. This is your 12th house, so this means that it's a time to let go. It's a time to reflect on what's happened over the past year, because next month the new moon will be in your sign. This will give you more impetus. So what you've got to realise now is what you need to change. And the new moon also coincides with a conjunction between Mercury and Saturn. Now this is in your 11th house of aims and goals, so it might be difficult to formulate aims and goals at the moment. There may be some limitations here that stop you, and you're going to be frustrated because you've got this Mars-Pluto energy for the first 4 days of March. This new moon may kind of quieten you down a bit, and you don't want that. You want to get going, you want to get on with things, but in the process it's necessary to review the past and let go of the past so that you can bring in these new aims and goals for the future. Now with Mercury also in 11th house, it could be communications with friends, and you might find that friends maybe try to put you off your ideas and your aims, but don't let this bother you. This is only a short-lived aspect, this one, so this will pass within a day, and you can concentrate on getting new things going. Maybe whether it's your career or in other areas of your life, you need a fresh start. You need to invest time and energy into what it is you desire most. Just as the intensity of the triple conjunction starts to wane a little bit, we have another conjunction coming in. This time the Sun contacts Jupiter. This is a very powerful aspect. This is a very positive aspect. It'll put you in a great frame of mind. You'll feel very uplifted by this. This is happening in your 12th house. So this is good because this will help you to realise what you need. You've got to obviously grow and develop, but you've got to do that within the confines of your existing relationships or your work area. So you need to plan this carefully. Now Jupiter will give you some great ideas, and you'll have the opportunity for 3 days to forge some really positive attitudes, and this will be fantastic. Now your unconscious desires will come through. Wherever Jupiter is, he enlarges, so he's in that 12th house, so he'll enlarge your conscious mind. He'll make you more sensitive, he'll increase your intuition as well, and the new moon as well will help this happen. On the 6th we have a big change because Venus and Mars move out of Capricorn into Aquarius. Now this is from your 10th house into 11th, so the focus will not be on your career and work any longer. It will turn now to 11th house. This is your aims and goals for the future. This is networking and communicating with others. And it turns from earthy energy to air, which is more of the intellect. It's more communication. It's more networking with other people, making contacts. This is the key to this aspect in Aquarius. Now we also have Mercury making a square aspect to the moon's nose on this same day. And you've got to be careful not to overanalyze things, because there'll be a very sudden shift to the mental and intellect, so you'll be careful not to start overanalyzing things, and you've got to get things in balance, because with the nodes it's always about achieving that balance. On the 7th, Mercury makes a positive aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. This is a good opportunity to focus on others and your communication, and maybe try a different approach. Especially with friends and colleagues, this is a good idea to maybe just try things out, see how they react to a different way of you communicating. The other thing is, this would be good with working within group situations, because you'll now feel able that you can speak up and say what it is you need to say. There's no need to over exaggerate things or to be over critical of people, but it's a good time to get things out in the open and on putting your cards on the table, so to speak. Then a couple of days later, Mercury will transfer into Pisces, where the Sun is at this moment in time. So he'll become much more watery. The air element is suited to, but the water element you might find is a little bit withdrawn now, and he won't want to communicate so much. So it's best to get things out in the open on the 7th before Mercury turns into Pisces on the 10th. We have a lot going on in your unconscious mind this month. The Sun transiting that 12th house. He's making a conjunction with Neptune on the 12th. Now this can go either way. There's two ways this aspect can pan out. One is that you'll have a tremendous increase in intuition and compassion, and you'll want to help others. You'll feel that it's a good time to give service to others and those in need. Also, you will have heightened imagination and creativity. Now the other way is it could be you being overwhelmed. Because it's in this 12th house, your unconscious could be overwhelmed, and it could give you this desire to escape. It's not a good time to indulge in too much alcohol or drugs, because this could be harmful to you. Even prescription drugs in this position could be harmful if overdone. So if this happens, just take things as it comes. Try and relax. The best way out is to chill and to meditate, and to perhaps follow some spiritual pursuit to make you feel that you belong. There's a sense of needing to belong with this position. Neptune wants to break down all the barriers so that you succumb to the otherworldly influences, so to speak. As you've gathered, there's a lot of change going on for you, Aries, in the coming months. Now, on the 14th, the Sun makes a positive aspect, a sextile to the Moon's North Node. So there could be a crisis or something happens now, but don't worry, because this will have a silver lining. This is also a time when you could be inspired by others to make some of those changes. Now, the North Node's in the 2nd house, so there could be some link with finances here. So there could be something that happens that make you change your attitude and how you'll behave in the future. And then on the 16th, the Sun makes a square to the Black Moon Lilith. Now the Black Moon is stripping you of your old self, so to speak, taking that layer off so that a new you can emerge. This will happen over the next couple of months, and when the Sun comes into conjunction with the Black Moon in 3 months, it will be complete. It may be slow and gradual, this change, but if you look back in 3 months, you'll see, wow, a lot has happened in that time. On the 17th, we have Mercury making an aspect to Uranus. Now, this aspect says expect the unexpected. And I think that's pretty accurate, because on the 18th we have our full moon. But this full moon is a special one because there are a host of other aspects that combine with this full moon. Now, the full moon is in Virgo, so it's a very analytical full moon. It's also in your 6th house, which is the house of Virgo. So this is a time when you want to organise and get things sorted out. On this same day as well, there is a cradle that forms. Now this is 3 sextiles and 2 trines that happen within one side of an opposition. Now it's the North Node and South Node that make this cradle up with the Sun and Pluto. So there's very intense energy here. There's very fateful energy. This full moon is all about fate and what's going to happen. Anything could happen. Expect the unexpected, as Mercury was saying on the previous day. Now, for you, you want to get things sorted, you want to get things organised. You also want to increase your happiness, your security. You'll want to create an environment that you'll be safe to grow in. Also, there could be a massive change of direction, because the 6th house is your area of work. Now, the other houses that are affected, and these will be highlighted by this cradle as well, are the 2nd and 8th house, which is the money houses, the 10th house, which is career and destiny, and also the 12th house is your unconscious desires and urges. So this all comes together on this day, and will give you the opportunity to work with all these energies, all these planets. Now, whether you can put all these pieces of this jigsaw together, I don't know, but it's a good opportunity to try and do this, try and make things work, so you can get a clear view of what you're going to do, what direction you're going to go, and what changes you're going to make. And with this full moon in Virgo, the opposite sign of Pisces, there's magic in these two signs. There is a touch of magic that you can explore. Virgo can see and read the signs. Pisces feels them, and you can use your intuition, and you should instinctively know what you've got to do now. Other aspects happening on the same day as the full moon. Neptune making a positive aspect to the moon's north node. Now here again, fortunate events can happen. Some kind of rebirth could occur, so that you will get assistance from other people. You'll be more compassionate, more willing to help with others. And the 6th house being the house of service, it's also a good time to enlist the help of others and to help them as well. Venus making an aspect to Chiron on the same day means that you'll be in a favourable light, you'll be seen in a favourable light by other people. And it's a good time with this cradle happening to show off your talents, show what you can do to others, and get noticed, so that they will appreciate you and recognise what you do. And then Venus makes an aspect to Uranus as well, a square aspect. This is quite challenging, but this could bring excitement into your life. This could bring excitement into your love life, and also into your financial area, because Uranus is in your 2nd house. A very welcome boost for you, Aries, on the 20th and 21st, because Mars, your ruler, makes 2 aspects, and also the Sun moves into your sign on the 21st. This will give you a big boost. This will increase your confidence and your awareness. The Sun in the 1st house means it's also time to make personal changes. Now, Mars on the 20th makes an aspect to Chiron, so this is a good opportunity to overcome any obstacles and challenges that are in your way. Mars being in the 11th house, this is your future. It's your future aims and goals, so you need to make sure these are in keeping with who you're going to be, because you will change with the Sun being in your sign. There will be a new you emerging, and this will be a year when you'll be able to achieve a lot. Now, Mars on the 21st makes a square aspect to Uranus, so this is time for you to be yourself. This means that combining with the Sun, a new you will emerge, and don't be afraid to express yourself and be yourself and show other people exactly who you are and what you're about. Between the 23rd and the 27th, Mercury is very active, starting off with a conjunction with Neptune, which taps into that Neptune aspect with the moon's north node. This will help and give you insight in that area we spoke about earlier. Then on the 26th, there's a sextile to Pluto, and you can uncover things with this aspect. Also on the same day, a square to the Black Manila, so things need to be brought out in the open. To relieve any anxieties that you may have, it's best to talk about things at this time and to bring them to the surface and deal with them. And then on the 27th, Mercury moves into your sign of Aries and joins the Sun. Difficult end to the month on the 28th. Venus makes a conjunction with Saturn, and this is never a good aspect for Venus, because it limits her and makes her feel thwarted, and it'll be difficult for you to express your affection within relationships with this aspect. But it only lasts for a day. and then the next day Venus makes a square to the moon's nodes. Now this will activate the balance needed in within relationships, but also within your financial area, because about giving and receiving as well, about your finances and shared resources. All this needs balancing up, and this is a good time to talk and discuss about things. Get things out again, out in the open. If you didn't with Mercury, there's another opportunity to get things out in the open and restore some kind of balance within these areas. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and don't forget to tune in next month as we have the busiest month of the year. Astrologically, we have the biggest event of the year astrologically, and we have our first eclipse.